If you watch my videos, you probably know how much I love talking about habits. Habits are definitely a reflection of your mindset, but I have realized that when it comes to happiness, it is not the habits that contribute to your happiness, but it's the mindset behind it. Sure, you can develop a habit of repeating affirmations like I am happy countless times throughout the day. But if deep down you do not feel what you are saying, you won't be able to hide your unhappiness for too long. This is not just true for happiness, but it also applies to many areas of life. But in today's video, we are going to focus on happiness specifically. In this video, I'm going to share 5 mindset shifts that, if you adopt them, will help you to become a truly happier person no matter where you stand on the happiness scale. And trust me, others are definitely going to notice the change in you. We live in a world filled with countless perceptions. One situation can be viewed through 100 different perspectives by different people. The same applies to what you watch. When you watch a movie, you are watching it through the perspective of a filmmaker. When you read a book, you are reading the author's perception. When you watch the news, you are seeing it through the eyes of a reporter. And when you watch my YouTube videos, you are watching it through my perspective. Now, why I'm telling you this? Because while perceptions may help you to understand things, they are not the ultimate truth. Life, in a sense, has no meaning, but it's undeniably valuable. It is you who gives meaning to it through your own perception. Take rain, for example. If I welcome it, that's my perception. If you don't like it, it's your perception. But either way, it will keep raining. Often we are bombarded with so much of information that we don't give ourselves time to form our own perception of life. To stay happy, you need to perceive things that contribute to your happiness. Choose perceptions that serve you. Don't just simply adopt the views of others. Reducing the significance of perceptions that do not bring happiness actually contributes to your own happiness. Personally, having a welcoming perception or acceptance has helped me to stay happy. You can find your own way to do the same. As much as we would like to think that everything is in our control or everything should be in our control, the reality is quite opposite. Nothing is in our control. Our date of birth was not in our control, and so our date of death is not in our control either. But what we can control are our thoughts and emotions in response to the events and experiences that occur between these two dates. So be mindful of your thoughts and feel your emotions on daily basis to stay aware of them. Now you might ask, how is this going to contribute to your happiness? And the answer is simple. When you only focus on things that are within your control, you have so much less to worry about. You won't stress over that friend who did not invite you to her party or that relative who constantly asks what you are up to in life. Because now you know how to release control and honor your thoughts and emotions even when they are uncomfortable. You'll realize that ultimately that's all you have control over. It takes courage to adopt this mindset because it means that you're not lost in the external criteria of happiness. You won't compromise your own happiness to make others happy, because now you know that if you are responsible for your own happiness, then they are also responsible for theirs. And that's why you'll often hear happy people saying that happiness is a choice, because they have understood the true meaning behind those words. And if you're watching my video, I have hopefully conveyed that to you well. There are many people who will come to you and say, what is this you're doing? You should be doing this instead of that. They might tell you that your present situation is not good enough and question, how will your future look bright? Your own mind will convince you to believe that the future is better than what you're doing now, as if there is a separate destination to reach. This is exactly why many people struggle to trust and love what they are doing now. For example, you might not love your job simply because you were not given the promotion this year and everybody around you are saying that you deserved it. As a result, you lose all the interest and love for the work you were doing. Now, I'm not encouraging you to stay in a job that does not recognize your worth, But it's just an example. What I want to emphasize is that external things should not cost your happiness by being center of your life. You can still apply for another job by not letting the promotion that you didn't get define your happiness. Love what you do now, whether it is working for the current company or applying for a new one. And if you can't find love, it's time to find what you truly enjoy doing. I am really inspired by the example of Rajnikant. Before becoming a huge success, he was a bus conductor. It makes you wonder what made him such a huge superstar. Maybe it was the love for his work that eventually found him. There are many more such examples. In short, all I want to say is that we all go through different seasons in life. And if we love what we do in every season, we will be truly happy. There is a quote that summarizes this perfectly: life before death, strength before weakness, and journey before destination. Happiness is something that you cannot find outside of yourself. Many people believe that new home, new car, or a new friend is going to make them happy. Of course, these things have their own place and value, but your happiness should not be dependent on them, because once the excitement fades, you will start wanting something else. When you rely on external circumstances to determine your happiness, you become dependent on things that are beyond your control, which only leads to frustration and disappointment. As individuals, we have different roles to play, such as daughter, mother, partner, colleague, friend, sibling, etc. How well we play these roles depend on our level of happiness, and that is why many people say that happiness cannot be bought. And there is some truth to it. Happiness is a form of intelligence. It cannot be bought or sold. It can only be channeled. Realizing that you are the actual source of your happiness and it cannot be sourced from anything external helps you to stay truly happy. There is a quote that says, "Stillness is the language God speaks. Everything else is a bad translation." Developing a calm mind is actually the foundation for unlocking your happiness. And for that, you don't have to spend hours meditating or attend meditation retreats. Simply making some time to sit in silence consistently every day is enough. Developing a calm mind is a skill, and there are various ways to learn it. A calm mind is a non judgmental mind, it is a mind of acceptance. Also, it is much easier to adopt the previously discussed four mindsets if you have a calm mind. Let me share a quote by Albert Einstein: "A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness." So, a calm mind is the secret to happiness, and happiness is the secret to productivity. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what helps you to stay happy. I'd love to hear from you.